Hello, and a very warm welcome to The Good Tidings, the channel that empowers you to unlock your full potential every single day. I'm Sarah, and it's just wonderful to have you with us.
And I'm Alex. We are so glad you're here. You, our community, are really the heart of this channel.
Yeah, you are.
So if you haven't already, please take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button. It truly helps us bring you more content that inspires, sustainable, ethical, and positive change.
Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something we all interact with daily, our clothes. And we're starting with a pretty bold statement that goes against, decades of marketing.
I'm gonna lose followers for this, but here it is. That trendy $10 t-shirt is one of the most expensive items you'll ever own.
Wow.
Everyone thinks it's a bargain, but that's completely backward. The real cost isn't on the price tag.
Right.
It's paid by our planet and by people in ways that are almost invisible.
That's the core of the fast fashion model, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's built on this dizzying cycle of speed and volume. To put it in perspective, between the year 2000 and 2015, global clothing production literally doubled. But here's the catch. The number of times we actually wore each item fell by 36%. So our closets got fuller, but our clothes just became disposable.
And this entire system runs on a very specific fuel.
Which is?
Plastic. Fashion is in so many ways a fossil fuel industry now. Global fiber production is just soaring, and polyester, which is a synthetic fiber made from petroleum, it now accounts for 57% of the entire market. So that dream of a circular economy, where old clothes become new ones, right now that's less than 1% of the reality.
Less than 1%. That is a staggering figure. So, where does it all go?
It's wild.
The Ellen MacArthur Foundation paints this really vivid picture. We are losing the equivalent of one full garbage truck of textiles to landfill or incineration every single second.
Every single second. When you think about it like that, it's not just waste, it's a constant hemorrhage of resources and value. And this has a massive climate footprint.
Right.
In 2018, the fashion industry was responsible for about 4% of all global greenhouse gas emissions. That's roughly the same as the combined annual emissions of France, Germany, and the United Kingdom, all together.
And the impact doesn't stop at the climate. Let's talk about water for a second.
Okay.
That simple cotton t-shirt you might be wearing, it took around 2,700 liters of fresh water to produce. That's enough drinking water for one person for 900 days. And beyond that, the chemical-heavy dyeing and finishing processes contribute to about 20% of the world's industrial clean water pollution.
Wow.
And it's often in regions with the absolute weakest environmental protections.
And with all that polyester in our wardrobes, a new, totally invisible problem has emerged.
Okay.
Microplastics. Every single time we wash synthetic fabrics, they shed millions of tiny plastic fibers. These microfibers, they just flow through our wastewater systems and out into our rivers and oceans. In fact, laundering our clothes is the single largest source of primary microplastic pollution in the ocean.
No way.
Yeah, it makes up nearly 35% of the total.
So our washing machines have basically become conduits for plastic pollution. But Alex, the environmental cost isn't the only half of the story, right?
Yeah.
It's just as devastating. Many of us remember the Rana Plaza factory collapse in Bangladesh in 2013, where more than 1,100 garment workers lost their lives. It was just a horrifying tragedy that exposed the deadly truth about safety in the industry.
It was a huge watershed moment.
It really was.
It led to the creation of the International Accord, which is a legally binding safety agreement that has made factories significantly safer for over 2 million workers in Bangladesh and beyond. It's a powerful example of real enforceable change.
It is, but safety is just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
The harder, quieter battle is for fair wages. The industry employs around 60 million people worldwide, and nearly 80% of them are women.
80%.
Yet research from the EU's Fashion Checker initiative shows that no major brand can actually prove that the workers making their clothes are paid a living wage. That low price tag is subsidized by keeping millions in poverty.
And it gets even more complicated when you start to consider forced labor. The US passed the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, which presumes that any goods from China's Xinjiang region are made with forced labor. And this is a huge deal for fashion.
Huge.
Because about 90% of China's cotton, a massive portion of the global supply, is grown there. It's forcing brands to build transparent and traceable supply chains.
Okay.
And that's something that was considered pretty much impossible just a few years ago.
Okay, so all of this sounds incredibly bleak, but here at The Good Tidings, we always focus on the path forward.
We do.
And the exciting part is that the system is starting to change. Governments are finally stepping in to fix the broken incentives.
Absolutely. Take France's AGEC law, for example.
Okay.
It made France the first country in the world to ban the destruction of unsold non-food goods, including clothing. So brands can't just burn or landfill what they don't sell anymore. They have to donate, reuse, or recycle it. And now the entire EU is following with an even broader strategy.
Oh, wow.
Things like eco-design rules for durability, a digital product passport to trace a garment's journey, and making producers financially responsible for end-of-life waste.
So this is the scaffolding for a whole new kind of fashion economy.
It is, but policy alone can't do it.
This is where we all come in. I know it can feel like our individual actions are just a drop in the ocean.
Right.
But they create the ripples that become waves of change.
Exactly. The single most impactful thing you can do is sitting right in your closet. Research shows that if we simply double the number of times we wear a garment, we can cut its environmental impact significantly. It's not about buying more eco-friendly things.
Right.
It's about using what we already have more. Your closet is a climate strategy.
And just care for your clothes.
Yes.
Wash in cold water, use full loads, line dry whenever you can. That one choice to air dry can slash a t-shirt's carbon footprint by 1/3.
Wow, 1/3.
And it reduces microfiber shedding. Learn to make small repairs, trade, and resell. Give your clothes a second, third, or even a fourth life.
And when you do need to buy something new, you can vote with your wallet.
Yes.
Look for brands that are embracing transparency, that are signatories to the International Accord, that are piloting real fiber-to-fiber recycling, and that are openly talking about their journey towards living wages. Your demand signals to the entire industry what kind of future you want to buy into.
In the end, the hidden costs of fast fashion are a ledger we've been keeping off the books for way too long. Bringing those costs, the carbon, the water, the pollution, the human dignity, into view isn't about shaming us.
Not at all.
It's about empowering us to be better designers. Designers of our wardrobes, of our habits, and of the demand that shapes the future of this industry.
Well said. The price on the tag will never tell the whole story, but together we can change that. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about.
After hearing all of this, what is the one single change you feel you can realistically make in how you approach your wardrobe?
We would genuinely love to hear your thoughts. Please drop us a comment below. Thank you for listening, for subscribing, and for being a part of The Good Tidings. For more in-depth information on this topic and links to all the sources we mentioned, please visit our blog at quantumai.thegoodmorningdopub.com.